Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel English Year 6. So we are going to continue with Unit 8, How the Tiger Got Its Stripes, and this is your lesson number 4. As usual, please get ready with your English Year 6 textbook and your PTPR module. Before we start, let's look at the learning objective for today. At the end of the lesson, you must be able to write a story with the help of the pictures and words provided. Pupils, before you write a story, you need to have a setting, characters, and a plot. Now, let's look at the meaning of setting, characters, and plot. Setting, it shows the place and time a story takes place. So just like the story How the Tiger Got Its Stripe, it has its own setting. So the story takes place in the jungle, in the river, near the river. So you should have a setting before you write a story. Then you need to have the characters. So the characters can be people, animal, or figures in a story. They are main characters and supporting characters. Just like the story, who is the characters? Who are the characters? The tiger, the buffalo, the man, and then we have the supporting characters, the other animals. So you need to decide your characters before you write a story. And then you need to have a plot. The events that happen at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end of a story. So normally, what happened at the beginning of the story? Normally, we will write this in the first paragraph. And then, followed with what happened in the middle of the story. And then, at the end of the story, what happened? So, this is the meaning of a plot. So, you need to have the setting, the characters, and the plot in your story. Now, let's look at these 4 basic sentence patterns. So, you may use these basic sentence patterns in your story, in your essay. Okay, so the first one, we have there is. This one is in present tense. Or there was. So this is in past tense. So there is, there was is for singular. And for they are, they were for plurals. Okay, so there were many animals. So plural subject. Okay. This is the first sentence patterns. Next one, we have the SVO. What is the SVO? Subject, verb, object. So subject, verb, and object. The tiger. Okay, so this is the subject. And then the verb. Perbuatan kata kerja. Melihat. The tiger saw. But this one is in past tense. Melihat apa? Objek apa? Okay, what is the object? A buffalo. The tiger saw a buffalo. So, subject, verb, object. We also have subject, verb, adverb complement. Okay, for example, Lee and jogs in the park. So, this is the adverb complement. Pelengkap. Lebih kurang macam pelengkap ayat ini. Lee and berjogging di taman. Okay, next one. Subject, we have the subject, the linking verb, and the adverb complement. The man was very wise. She feels sad. The food tasted awful. We always use subject, linking verb, adverb complement in our story. The boy was very tired. The boy was very scared. Okay, so you can look at this. Linking verbs include the 5 sense verbs such as smell, hear, touch, see, feel, and the verb be is, am, are. So these are 4 basic sentence patterns that we always use in our essay, in our story. Now, let's try to write a story about pictures and words below. So remember, you need to have the setting, the characters, and the plot. Okay, so you need to have these 3 things: setting, characters, and plot. Now let's try to write together. Before that, let's look at the pictures and the words given. Okay, so you can see that this is a crow, and we can understand that the crow is very thirsty. Now before that, you need to decide that you want to write the story in past tense or present tense. But as you can see here, the example given, it was, there was, he was. So we understand that the story is in past tense. Okay, so the words given, let's look at the words given. Hot, crow. So hot means the weather or the day was very hot. Okay, so the crow was very thirsty, as you can see from this picture. Then the crow saw some water in this picture. That's why you can see the word given, water, pitcher. And then drink, little. So can he drink the water? Cannot, right? Okay, and then what happened? So the words given are idea and pebbles. So suddenly he had an idea. Okay, so rise stop, meaning that the crow put the pebbles into the pitcher until the water rose up to the top. And finally, what happened? So this is the plot. What happened at the end of the story? Finally, the crow managed to drink the water and he was very happy. So now let's try to write the introduction. Okay. It was a hot day. There was a crow. He was so thirsty. Okay, he was so thirsty, as you can see from this picture. He flew from one place to another, but there was no drop of water anywhere. Okay, and then he was very sad and tired. Let's try to write the second paragraph. The crow flew a long distance and was exhausted. Suddenly, he saw a pitcher with some water in it. Okay, this picture. The crow flew down and looked into the pitcher. So he looked into the pitcher. Can he drink? No, right? The pitcher had a little water, so the crow could not reach it. He could not drink the water. So what happened after that? So this is the closure for the story. What happened at the end of the story? After that, he looked around and saw some pebbles. He had an idea. Okay, this picture. He had an idea and picked up the pebbles with his beak. Then he dropped them into the pitcher until the water rose up to the top of the pitcher. Finally, the crow managed to quench his thirst and flew away happily. So this is what happened at the end of the story. So please copy the story in your module or in your exercise book. That's all for today, everyone. Thank you, and I will see you in the next lesson. Goodbye and stay safe.